Okay, welcome back everybody. We have been 4 weeks now, which is a week longer than I've ever done in the secondary. That's our goat scrotum right there, chocolate raspberry. Little floaty stuff's on top is, that's the raspberry puree. So I'm gonna use a little funnel here with a screen in it, just to make sure we don't get any pieces into the beer, nice clean beer. So here's what you got for bottling day. You got your beer, got your bottling bucket. We won't need the lid because we just put it in there and siphon it back out. And again, this particular one, I have a funnel. We don't usually have to do this. It usually just goes straight into the bottling bucket, but we're gonna go through here first. Make sure we get any kind of seeds or anything out. Then I've got my siphon and hose, specific gravity, check our alcohol level, clamps, bottling capper. That's the thing that squishes on the caps. Got my sanitization stuff here, cleansing sanitizer. And then that's when I mix the sanitizer in, shake it up in there, and be able to pour it in the bottles. And I got my bottles all lined up, and these will get filled. You can see here I got my funnel ready to go. I'll fill the sanitizer, pour it in all of these bottles, all the way up to the top, let them soak for about a half an hour in the sanitizer. That's how we reuse all of our bottles. And then over here I've got my priming sugar, which will boil for 5 minutes in the pot. And that's what the beer uses after it's in the bottle to go ahead and finish carbonating. The leftover yeast comes back alive and eats up this priming sugar and it gets the bubbles in there for you. And then there's your caps. And these particular ones I use for my darker beers. But that cap will actually turn blue colored once it's cold. So it's a special kind of cap. So that's what you got right there. I'm gonna go ahead and get these bottles filled up. I'm gonna let you watch the process there for a second. Hopefully it comes out. If I can get this lined up right. Should be close. All right. Hopefully you can see me here. So what I do is I put my 1 teaspoon of the sanitizer. Same thing like before. Make up your sanitized water. Just shakes on it. And then from here I just pour them in the bottles. Yep. Right up to the top. And that way we know we gotta go, it's gonna soak. Sanitize any stuff that's in leftover bottles. And I've been doing it this way for a year and a half now, and man, I tell you, it works. It's a pain in the butt a little bit, it takes a little bit of time, but it works. The bottles always come out real nice and clean. We've never had any issues with crap being in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these filled up. I use some small bottles at first. You'll see the smaller bottles here. These are, if I give beers away, or if I also, my first few of them that I do, when I bottle, I do 4 little ones to get all the air out, and also I use those for tasting before, about a week or 2 into it, I'll taste them out of the small bottles. But then I'll get back to the large bottles. That's the ones that we basically drink when they're ready. So I'm going to continue to finish this up, and then I'll come back when we continue the rest of the process.